It's just pitiful.
Mm-hmm.
Pitiful.
Did they say why?
Yeah, but well, you know, Russian hookers is enough to, you know, they're not gonna keep going after Russian hookers. I don't know. Again, they're saying Russian hookers. They're saying he was banging Marion Cotillard. They're saying he was abusing alcohol and pot and becoming violent.
Two of those things don't even really sound like they would...
They're not that bad. I don't understand Angelina. She spent her entire fucking 20s on drugs way worse than fucking pot or alcohol. And I know that because she had a vial of Billy Bob Thornton's blood that she wore around her fucking neck.
And that intense relationship she had with her...
With her brother.
Yeah.
Can't tell me she wasn't on drugs. She also wasn't such a party pooper.
Such a prude now. You know, somewhere up there, somewhere Jennifer Aniston's just like...
Somewhere up where?
In California.
Somewhere up there.
Yeah. I just
thought... somewhere right now, Jennifer Aniston's turning in her grave.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston's not dead.
But still.
Still though. Still though what? Somewhere up there. Up there in California.
Yeah.
California is not up anywhere.
Okay, somewhere out west.
Thank you. Somewhere in heaven right now. Jennifer Aniston's looking down.
Rolling in her grave.
Rolling in her grave. Somewhere in heaven right now, Jennifer Aniston is up there. Rolling around in her grave up there.
Up there.
Childless.
Escape the norm.
Welcome to Escape the Norm, your escape from the real world and pathway into all forms of entertainment. I'm Josh Wright, here with Joe Shabazz, Everett Brewer, and Deidra Evans. Man, oh man. Guys, we had an episode for you last week, and it was a fantastic episode. I mean, it was full of life and love and lessons learned and all kinds of great stories and banter. And that episode went directly in the toilet because we didn't save it after we recorded it. And then we left the computer alone and walked away from it. And then the computer restarted for one of those mini pointless updates that it likes to do on its own. And yeah, we lost the whole episode. So if you tuned in last week hoping for an episode 3, I'm very sorry, even though it is no way my fault.
Damn you, Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft, God, Joe. In that order. In that order. And we needed some lighthearted banter last week, too, to cover up for just how sad this week is, because I'm sorry, give me a second. I'm having trouble coping with.
Don't take your time. Take your time.
All right. So Brad and Angelina have decided to call it quits, and my entire worldview is pretty shattered. I've not slept in 2 hours, and I haven't eaten in an hour. Things are getting rough. Can someone explain to me why the two best-looking, richest people in the world, coolest people in the world, can't make... They were together for 10 years without any problems. They were married for 2, and that was too much. It's something about the piece of paper. I don't know what it is. It's a gypsy curse. It just destroys lives. And they had 6 kids together. Little, Maddox and Shimmy and Shiloh and Sassy and Chance and all the rest of them. Of 10 or 12 different nationalities. Every Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, New Year's, Chinese New Year's, and Martin Luther King Day, they had to celebrate 17 different holidays with all these kids. And now what are they going to do? They're going to be split in a split home with 2 parents in 2 separate continents or states or wherever the hell they're going from one day to the next.
Sorry.
Things are getting dropped. Deidra can't even hold on to shit. She's so tore up about the whole thing.
I was shocked my phone hit the floor.
I mean, it's... I don't believe in love anymore. I mean, how do you... It's... I just can't. Everett, where were you when you found out?
I was at work. And
What?
yeah. I mean, hey, it was a sad day. Sad day.
It is sad. You're not taking this seriously, Everett, and this is a big deal.
It's the end of an era.
Adele dedicated a whole concert to
Era.
this.
Either.
Yeah, she also talked about, pointing to the elephant in the room. So,
Yeah, she was talking about this and not the obvious joke you could make about it.
yeah, clearly.
But, I mean, they asked George Clooney while he was at the United Nations with the president talking about refugees. They didn't talk to George Clooney about refugees because they know what's really important. They talked to him about Brad and Angelina because it's...
Well, I mean, who's going to adopt the refugees' kids now? I mean,
where are they going to go? Now that they don't have one of Brad and Angie's many homes to go to. They have a lot of homes, I found out during the midst of all this, too. They have a giant 20-acre thing in Los Angeles, and I know they have 2 homes in New Orleans. They have a home in the French countryside. They have $555 million between the 2 of them.
yeah.
But Angie doesn't want any of Brad's money. She just wants all custody of all 6 children, which really sounds fucking crazy to me.
Well, this is Angelina Jolie we're talking about here. There is a president. There is presidents here. So
Yeah, there's the president. He was with George Clooney when he was talking about refugees and Brad and Angelina and all that. It's just sad. It's sad. It's awful. If these 2 can't make it work, I don't know what... Who is she going to find that... Who is he going to find? I mean, it's not getting any better. What is the step up here for either one of them? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it is.
I mean, he's just going to go down to, another 27-year-old nobody, and
She'll get Chris
Or-
Hemsworth or...
She's not going to have any time to get anybody if she's raising 6 kids by herself. And the whole hang-up seems to be that she's upset because he's abusing alcohol and weed. He's a fucking multi-millionaire. He doesn't have to drive anywhere. What is abusing alcohol and weed? Who abuses alcohol? It's 2016. What does that even mean? It doesn't matter. He's fucking rich. He doesn't have to drive anywhere.
Oh, look at me. I drink too much. I got a problem.
You can't tell me that she was not on every drug known to man in the 90s. She was doing all kinds of crazy crap with the blood vial and kissing her brother and the tattoos all over everything, her face, her arms, or whatever. I mean, you can't tell me she wasn't on hard drugs, not alcohol and weed. The poor thing.
There are worse things to abuse. And she
Said he was
abused them.
getting violent, I guess. She was with him for 12 years. They had 6 kids, and she's just now deciding that he's violent.
Well, I mean, it's the same deal we have with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are getting their divorce. He's too violent. Bullshit.
Yeah, but they were together for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, they were barely together at all. The 12 years. You think if he was really
Yeah,
violent...
10 years of it, they weren't married. After 2 years of marriage, that's it.
What guy could beat up Angelina Jolie anyway? Anyway...
Well, why would you want to mess that up? Why would you hit it? Why would you hit her in the first place?
I don't know. I don't think he hit her. I think the insinuation is that he was just having violent outbursts and she was afraid for the kids. But how you going? I can't reconcile adopting a bunch of kids to save their lives and then beating the crap out of them as soon as you got them.
Yeah, no, it doesn't make no sense. I mean, what they were doing is like, hey, let's play wrestling. Okay, I'll be Triple H, but you're always Triple H.
I know, yeah. Yeah, they say he might have been cheating on her with marrying Cotillard. I don't know. And Russian hookers was something else going around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey.
I mean...
When in Russia, you might as well find a bunch of hookers. I mean,
is that a saying? When in Russia?
Yeah. I mean,
when in Russia, bang Russian hookers.
Were they just hanging out in Russia? Is that the problem?
I don't know.
They were in London.
They were in London. He's got a bunch of money. He can pretty much fly him wherever he wants to be at. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's they can work it out, man.
They are going to work it out in the courts.
Ah, man.
You need to go tell them that they're making a mistake.
I wish I could. I wish I could.
You let me know how close you get before security takes you to the ground. But
I don't even know if I can make it through the show. This is tearing me up inside. Who's going first?
That was me.
Everett, you're going first?
Yep.
All right. Are you sure? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay?
I can make it. I don't know how I'll make it. I'll make it.
All right.
Probably making fun of them some more as I'm going along.
All right. Well, all right. Well, don't make fun of the kids, man, because, little fucking Doc and Sleepy.
Do we even know the kids' names?
I know their names. It's Maddox and Shiloh and Sassy and Chance and Milo and Stitch.
Yeah, Stitch, yeah. You been saying Milo, right?
Nope. I know what I said.
Stand by what I said.
I'll stand by what I said.
I know. That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Everett's going to talk to you about wrestling and stuff, and I'm going to drink because I'm having a rough time.
Sports and wrestling.
Hello there again, everybody, with sports and wrestling. This is Everett. For everybody who's been watching Raw, and apparently not a whole lot of you have because the ratings keep going down, it's like coming up this weekend, we have the Clash of Champions. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. Wasn't Clash of Champions a WCW pay-per-view? Yes, it was. But Vince owns them, so it doesn't really matter. It's like the highlight of the night is the Universal. That's right, Universal. It's not the world title anymore. It's the Universal. It's bigger than the world. Next week, they're going to defend it on Mars. It's Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. We have the Raw Tag Team Championships up. It's the New Day versus Gallows and Anderson. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. Didn't we just see that the last pay-per-view they had? Yes, you did. But they're doing it again. It's like we have the Raw Women's Championship. We have a triple threat with Sasha Banks versus Charlotte versus Bayley. The U.S. title is on the line. We got Roman Reigns, who everybody will boo, versus Rusev, who everybody will cheer. We have a non-title match. Actually, one non-title match on here. It's a Sami Zayn versus Chris Jericho. Then we have the Cruiserweights, the Brian Kendrick versus TJ Perkins, who just won the title last week at the end of the Cruiserweight Classic. So, congrats to him on that. Now he gets to defend the title less than a week and a half later. Congratulations. It's like, we'll go, before we go down and make some predictions on here, I got a little bit of NFL news. For anybody who watched the Sunday night game, you'll notice Adrian Peterson hobbling his happy ass out during the game. Apparently that brand new stadium they just built for billions of dollars, somebody forgot to get a cart. So good job there, fellas. It's like his has a torn meniscus in his knee, and he will be out 3 to 4 months at the minimum.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Adrian Peterson. So everybody who's doing your betting online, Make sure not to play Adrian Peterson.
My
Your lineup's destroyed, Joe. I know. So was mine. Thanks, Minnesota. The offensive line's the best at absolutely nothing. So let's run down the card here real quick and predict some winners. I'm gonna say Kevin Owens wins with interference from Triple H because he has to stay relevant. Let's see. The New Day has been champions for a long, long time. And I really see no reason to change here. That's why they're probably going to let Gallows and Anderson win this match and become the new tag champions. Sasha will probably win her second women's title. Roman Reigns will probably beat Rusev, even though it's stupid and makes no sense. And then they'll probably have an I Quit match at their next pay-per-view, and some other stupid crap will happen with those two. No one cares. I want to say Jericho will beat Zayn, but I'm not too sure because Zayn's really over right now. They got to build him up for eventually a title chance at Owens. So we'll say Sami Zayn wins. And we'll go ahead and say TJ Perkins is successful in his first defense as the Cruiserweight Classic champion. And with that, we're going to open it up for comments and discussion. So, Joe, what about your lineup there now that it's crushed directly to hell?
Oh, son of a bitch. Man. Adrian Peterson, really?
Yeah,
so what
yeah.
what happened?
He was, during the game, what happened is...
his knee said, "Fuck-a-lawyer."
Yeah.
It went this way.
He tore a meniscus.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
that's like
Now,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a surgery he's getting a surgery Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
There's a surgery he could have where he could be back within just a couple weeks. They just take the meniscus out, and it would just cause him knee problems when he's a lot older.
Yeah.
Or he could just take the surgery they're doing now where they're going to repair it. He just has to sit out for 3 to 4 months.
How old is Adrian Peterson?
He's 31 years old, which as far as running backs go, that's really pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as how a shelf life on a running back now is only like 8 years.
God damn it.
Well, how's he gonna walk in the woods and get his beating sticks on one leg?
Well, I'm thinking
He's
he's
got to
just...
tie one of those sticks to his leg
Yeah.
so he can actually get out there and make it a splint.
The one thing I took from that one is they built this brand new, gorgeous-looking stadium on the inside. Outside, I have to agree with Josh. It looks like an unsolved Rubik's Cube.
Okay.
The inside's gorgeous.
Now I have an NFL segment that I've come up with entitled Josh's Armchair Audibles.
Yeah.
Nope.
This is my thoughts on NFL Week 2. All right, my number one, you're right. Minnesota Stadium looks like an unsolved Rubik's Cube. I mean, it does. It looks like...
Inside's beautiful.
Inside is gorgeous. The outside, there's corners coming out of here. On this side, it's not symmetrical at all.
Ugh.
It's got it's got like a window kind of see-through thing happening on one side at an angle, and then the other side is like an angle. It's just like a ceiling, and it's crooked. It looks from space. It looks like a dialogue bubble from a comic book. But from the ground, it looks like an unsolved Rubik's Cube that didn't get painted. So I think they were on
Isn't
track
that
there.
ugly stone gray?
Yeah, sure. My number two, New England beats Miami. In other news, sky is blue, Obama is black.
But they did lose Jimmy Garoppolo during that game, so...
Sure, whatever. New England goes down to Miami every year just for a vacation.
Yeah.
Miami never beats New England. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, ever, ever. It's really just an excuse for those Boston boys to get some sun.
Yeah.
Seattle lost to the Rams.
To the Rams. The LA
by
Rams.
6.
Did you hear about the problems they had at the Coliseum?
No.
Oh, man. You think Minnesota's... They ran out of bottled water and everything at the Coliseum during that game. During the sunny, hot-ass California weather.
Yeah,
ran
because
out
LA
of
just
water.
had to have a football team.
Yeah, but they had to have it at the Coliseum, and the dude who, the groundskeepers for Coliseum, we've only got one storage building for all this stuff. So, yeah, we're going to run out of stuff.
Wow.
This is like concessions or stuff.
Concessions, bottled water.
Oh,
They ran out of bottled water.
Yeesh.
Okay, so number 4, the AFC has 5 2-0 teams, and the NFC has what?
The
2
Eagles, the
Eagles, the Giants,
Vikings.
and the Vikings. Okay, so the NFC still just has 3. So, again, the AFC is better than the NFC. We can just say it because it's true. It's always true. It's true every year, and it's true this year.
Except the year Seattle won. That's really about it.
No. Seattle won, but the NFC as a whole shot was not better than the AFC.
No.
They still had crappier records, no matter what. So, and finally, in 2012, the Colts let Peyton Manning go to Denver. In 2016, Denver has a Super Bowl win and a 2-0 record. Indy has no Super Bowl appearances, an 0-2 record, for the 3rd year. And they just lost to Denver by 14. And Denver didn't have Peyton. Who made the right call there, exactly? Do you think that Jim Irsay regrets that decision? Does he regret any decisions? Is he sober enough to remember his decisions?
I think Jim Irsay's somewhere driving around Indianapolis with a briefcase full of cash. That's what I think is happening right now. Because that's the last thing he got caught doing. He's an owner of a team. It's a license to print money. Even a really shitty team has a license to print money. So,
Yeah.
there you go.
So yeah, that's NFL Week 2.
It's like once we get to around week 8, we'll do a little breakdown of the teams, and
Sure.
because by then we'll know who's contenders and who's pretenders. If you're already wondering, Cleveland, you are already done.
Cleveland, you're already done. Yeah.
Yeah, just give it up.
That ESPN thing, they had a 0.1% chance of making the
Yeah.
playoffs. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, it was, everybody else at least had like a 0.5. Like Indianapolis, I think, had like a 38% chance. Then you get the bottom, Cleveland. It's like, Cleveland, this is for you. And it really was for them, 10%.
Yikes.
Yeah. But, Clash of Champions is coming up, so I can fucking ignore that. Raw this Monday was 3 hours of pure just garbage.
Yeah,
Garbage. The lamest fucking show they could have fought. They had a cage match with the champion that was non-title.
They shouldn't have lost.
They shouldn't have lost, but he lost. Who cares if he lost? Why did he care if he lost at all? Why didn't he just sit in the ring, wait for Roman Reigns to escape, just do a fake golf clap for him,
Yeah.
and let him go about his day?
Yeah.
Why did he care that whether or not he beat Roman Reigns in a cage match that wasn't for the title? And Roman Reigns, by beating him, just proved that he could run away better than he could. Roman Reigns on this day was the guy who was better at escaping things than Kevin Owens was. So good for Roman Reigns. He can run away faster than Kevin Owens. And that bullshit with the cruiserweights, what was that, man? Mick Foley just comes out with cue cards and reads off the cue cards in the most dispassionate voice possible. All right, here's such and such. He does flips and shit. And,
He really didn't care.
Here's Schmucky Magoo in his mask. He's going to do some kicks. And the winner of this match is going to get to fight the champion, who would be here tonight, since it's the inaugural night of Cruiserweights on Raw. But we decided that you guys don't care about that, so he's not here. But you'll see him Sunday, because he'll be wrestling Sunday. So watch Sunday, because you'll get to see that big, ugly-ass purple belt they made for him this Sunday on paper, on the network. Whatever.
Or if you want to travel through the 4 hours of cornfields and flat land, you can go to Indianapolis.
You can go to Indianapolis and watch this epic show live. They showed video footage of the house show in Louisville. I saw a picture of it where the entire upper part was completely empty.
Or was it Yum Center or was it Freedom?
I don't remember. It was probably Yum Center. Yeah, it was Yum Center.
Well, that's why. If you don't bring a big show to Louisville, you don't get big attendance. So
I know. But I'm saying there was nobody up there. And then the comment section, they were like, oh, he probably took this before the show and blah, blah. Okay, so then I saw a video of Roman Reigns coming out for his entrance, and I saw the background. And this is Roman Reigns, so it has to be like the main event, right? Or close to it. And there was nobody in, it was like 400 people in the bottom part of the thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, how could they possibly think this is a good thing?
Let's keep in mind and remember, the biggest reason why Roman got one of the biggest reasons, other than the fact he was juiced up, was at the house shows where he was running, attendance was way down. But the house shows that Ambrose was being featured on, the attendance was way up.
Fine. Sure, yeah. That's true. I'm just saying, like, the ratings are the lowest they've been in 20 years. House show attendance is in the dirt. At what point are they going to decide that this shit needs to change somehow?
When Vince is cold and buried under the ground.
I mean, because that Raw I watched Monday night was just 3 hours of
SmackDown is just
crap.
a better show right now.
SmackDown this week was actually pretty good. But because it was so crappy last week, they got ratings low this week, too. So
you have to put a consistent product. Not crappy product, just a consistent product.
They think because they're not competing with another wrestling company that they don't have to worry about it.
You see where
competing with television.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Did you see where Vince put a bid in for TNA?
I read that. I don't know if that's true or not. They said that because they were talking about Billy Corgan, because Billy Corgan is trying to straight up buy TNA. Billy Corgan, the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins, is now the president of TNA. Those of you who don't know, TNA is a wrestling company. They've been around for about 14, 15 years. You may not heard of them because they're terrible at letting people know they exist. But that's how Billy Corgan was able to take over as president of the company. And so he's trying to buy TNA. So in that trying to buy it, we found out, I guess, that they're trying to value how much it's worth. Somebody said $40 million. That is not right.
That can't be right.
It's closer to $4 million.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess Vince might have put a bid in for it, but I don't know. I mean,
although, don't get me wrong, broken Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt would be an interesting storyline all on its own.
Oh yeah. Matt Hardy is single-handedly saving that promotion right now. And I never thought I'd ever say that about Matt Hardy in any context.
In any way.
But yeah, no, I mean, WWE's in the shitter. Nobody knows who TNA is. I mean, it's everybody's like, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan. I disagree. I don't think it is a great time to be a wrestling fan. I think we're on the verge of the wrestling business just not being a thing.
They don't have that superstar that...
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they've got stars, but they don't have that big superstar that... I mean, if they show some faith in Owens by letting him run with the title, you know, Vince has to hate that because he hates anybody like Owens at all, period.
Yeah, but again, story's stupid. Story's stupid. Who cares? Seth Rollins is a good guy now for no other reason than the fact that he got screwed over by Triple H. We still don't know why he got screwed over by Triple H. If you didn't watch Monday Night Raw, you wouldn't have missed anything. You wouldn't have missed anything. Going into the pay-per-view this Sunday.
It's Braun Strowman killing a jobber.
Yeah.
Nia Jax destroying whoever the hell she destroyed on Monday.
Well, it's like that 10-man thing when they all started, when Jericho came out, and then Enzo and Cass, and then who else?
Now, then it
the Shining Stars and New Day, and they all came out one by one, and then they all got in a big fight, and they went to commercial, and I thought, if they're all just fighting randomly around the building when we come back from commercial, that'll be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
If we come back from commercial and they're in another lame-ass 10-man tag, I'm fast forwarding through. I'm not even watching that. And here we go. Come back from commercial. Hey, what do you know? A 10-man tag. Conveniently, these 5 guys who are all feuding with each other, somehow or another got organized enough to organize a 10-man tag.
They should just let them beat the hell out of each other.
Why don't they just let them solve their problems like West Side Story style? Can't they just dance and sing and snap and, just...
Yeah, I mean...
Can't they figure it out that way?
Just let them
do it like real men used to do.
They just beat the living hell out of each other. They have, but once again, it just goes... They've got to pander to a certain crowd, and that's just...
It's lame. It doesn't matter. It's a 10-man tag. It has no fucking consequences to it.
No.
There's no story. There's no consequences. It's 3 hours of mindless matches every Monday night.
Jericho was going to come out there and probably do a hilarious skit, and he got interrupted.
Yeah. Yeah. It got interrupted.
Yeah.
It. Well, that's it for me. I think, as far as, I mean, wrestling is, if WWE doesn't get better, the entire wrestling industry is going to fall. Because as WWE goes, so goes everything else.
I mean, on paper, the best match on this card is there's probably going to be four really good matches, and then 2 crappy matches. I mean, whatever the hell the pre-show is. Owens versus Rollins, if they give him time and leave it alone, will be great. Sasha, Charlotte, and Bayley will probably be good.
Yeah, but Rollins is just a heel like 2 months ago, or a month ago. Why do we care if Rollins wins the fucking Universal title or not? They were trying to get people to boo Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
When he came back.
So they came back and wanted to cheer him, and they told us we had to boo him.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to boo him, and they're telling us we got to cheer him. Can they not just go, if they don't have any better ideas than what they've got, why don't they just go with whatever the fucking crowd wants?
Well, that's when you get that picture of Vince. Why? Because fuck you. That's why.
Fuck you. That's why. Yeah.
Like Zayn versus Jericho should be pretty good.
I hate Sami Zayn. His cab driver fucking gimmick. He does look like a cab driver. Vince Russo's right.
If it wasn't for his theme, it wouldn't matter. I think that's all we got for this segment. So,
okay. Well,
who's next?
That would be me.
All right, up next Joe with some whatever the hell he's got.
With whatever his segment entitled "Whatever the Hell I've Got."
His segment this week is entitled "How Not to Hit the Delete Button."
Yeah,
enjoy.
Gaming and comics.
Hey guys, Joe here with the video games and comics news. Not a lot going on in comics this week, but wow, there was a whole shit ton of stuff that came down in the video game side of things. I believe the Tokyo Game Show premiered today, and so there are a whole ton of trailers that came out for games, new and old. But before I get into that, I just want to say something. I mean, Josh brought up, the whole Brad and Angelina thing. That's sad and everything.
Then you have to bring it up.
I know. It just kind of. They were married how long? About 10?
No.
Oh, they were together.
3 years. They were together for like 12.
Yeah, right. And so, going with video games, these franchises have been around for like ever. Kind of like how Brad and Angelina have been together for at least, the good part of a decade and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And, these franchises, Capcom, Konami, you could just tell when shit's just getting old, when, you run out of brown people to shoot, so you decide to go shoot people in space.
Brown people in space.
Yeah.
Snakes on a plane.
And you run out of zombies, so you start jump scaring.
Zombies on a plane.
Hey, that's the next one. And then you.
Everett, you won't even get on a plane. Well, you keep putting
oh.
So I ain't got to worry about snakes or zombies on a plane.
Don't worry about. What about that train?
That's true.
Hey, I take my chances.
A train on a plane?
Him taking
that insane.
Damn
it, you stole what I was going to do.
I know. Very good.
And finally, you're looking at stealth action with zombies. I say that random thought just to put out there that holy fuck, the video game side of things, they've really run out of ideas. Konami, Capcom, whoever the fuck makes Call of Duty,
Infinity Ward.
Oh yeah. You guys have completely just ran out of ideas, and you are just coming up with this is pandering to the lowest common denominator just to get shit out there. So we watched 3 trailers that came out from the Tokyo Game Show. We watched the Metal Gear. These are all gameplay trailers, by the way. We watched Metal Gear Solid or Metal Gear Survive. We watched both the launch trailer and the gameplay footage for the COD game. And man, I can't even. Oh yeah, we watched the trailer for Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, whatever the hell you want to call it. Japanese call it one thing, we call it another.
I call it a shameless cash grab.
Thank you. Yes, and that is exactly what they are. They are shameless cash grabs at this point. I am pretty much not going to pick up any of these titles now. It's early in the development, but still, they look terrible. Metal Gear Survive just looks like it's Metal Gear Solid 5's mechanics with, I don't know, like zombies. And it didn't work in the one side mission where you were capturing the zombies from Mother Base. I don't think it's going to work now. COD just looks like COD. You know, they've just graduated from Earth to space. But it's nice to know that even in space you can still shoot a gun. And go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm still wrapping my head around the whole wormhole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me
Call
too.
of Duty. Is Call of Duty
That was Metal Gear.
Metal Wormhole?
Yeah, Metal Gear.
All right.
Metal Gear Wormhole.
All right.
And in Resident Evil 7, it looks like they're ditching the whole third person perspective, which some people like. And
They're ditching third person.
yes, it's completely first person now.
All right.
So they look like you're going to get your scares primarily just through jump scares. It looks like they're probably going to try to hook it up VR. And so maybe that's why they got the first person view. Maybe there is a third person view. I don't know. They look like they just picked some random Japanese girl out of the crowd and had her play the game because she didn't know how to hold the controller. And she didn't know how to move the camera or any of the controls. But hey, that's I guess that we're playing. It's Tokyo. It's Japan. I don't know what to say with. So anyway, that's kind of my news for today. More will be coming later. We're just gonna discuss these trailers and how horrible these companies are, and the wormholes.
Sure. Everett, did you buy the last Call of Duty?
No. I refuse to give them money on that.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
Yeah.
I went more for Battlefield now than I am.
Sure.
Battlefield looks good.
Battlefield 1
they're doing new shit.
As much as I hate to give EA any kind of credit whatsoever, the destroyer of games.
Yeah, it just seems that like video game companies just don't give a shit.
I would like to call her the destroyer of Madden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Madden.
Well, I mean, Madden and Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty and all these games are the WWE game that comes out every year. It's the same game every year. It's just
different rosters.
They add like the wormholes, I guess, and fucking, you know. Now we're in space, you know, and now we're in, you know.
I remember we all played Call of Duty World at War together.
Yes.
We played
and that was good
together because it was great. And now we're just like, this is retarded.
Yeah.
This year was Treyarch. Next year next year's Treyarch's turn to make the Call of Duty game.
They take turns?
Yeah. Infinity War does one year and Treyarch does it the next year.
Well, hopefully they come back to Earth.
And the Treyarch games have always been better than Infinity War has been.
I have trouble with any game that tries to shoehorn a story. Call of Duty tries to shoehorn a story in there every year. The story in Call of Duty could not be less irrelevant. It's as relevant as the story of any Transformers movie. It doesn't matter at all.
I never really thought about that, but yes,
all
right.
Transformer movies really.
Yeah.
Transformers, the dark side of my ass.
Ugh, I don't think I want to see that.
You have a light side of your ass? You have different sides of your ass, and one side is light and one side is dark.
Yep.
Snooze me.
So you wear half chaps. Expose half of your ass to Call of Duty, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Well, if he's streaming, I mean,
Streaming his ass.
but I mean, it's shameless, and I mean, you saw? Did you see any of that gameplay from Metal Gear Survive?
I saw some of it.
Did you play? You didn't play Metal Gear 5, did you?
No, but I know what Metal Gear is, and that's not it.
Right.
Yeah. Nowhere near, not close. Nowhere.
It looks like they took like all the mechanics, like it's an open world. You're doing missions.
It looks like what they did is they put ideas on a board and threw darts at it, and the darts that got hit are the ideas that got put in.
How are we going to get all these random nobodies from this beloved franchise that we pretty much screwed the developer out of, and get people to buy it? What does everybody like? What's hot right now? Zombies. Yeah. So a stealth game, which Metal Gear is primarily a stealth game. You don't have to play it in stealth mode, but
No, you can go guns ablazing.
Yeah,
It didn't look stealth at all. This one doesn't. This one looks like they're all out in the open getting attacked by zombies.
yeah. See, in Metal Gear, I guess there's like a crouching, like
Yeah, you crouch, you
sneak,
spy,
yeah.
you sneak.
Yes,
You don't team up with 3 of your buddies to shoot zombies in broad fucking daylight.
but you know what? You did do that in what was that game? Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, this
And Dead. What was the other one?
Left 4 Dead.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising. Though I don't know if that was co-op or not, but it's still just a.
Call of Duty. You
Yeah.
did this in.
And then the only reason why, and out of all these games, I'd say Infinity
Ward.
Yeah, is gonna. Well, I don't know. The next Call of Duty is gonna probably be
It's
the biggest.
Treyarch. It's for
Yeah,
Treyarch.
it's gonna be the biggest seller of them all, and that's only because Metal Gear or not Metal Gear.
Each one of these games makes at least $500 million every year.
Oh
They
yeah.
turn around and take that money. It's a never-ending cycle of just shoving money into the fire to put out a game in the next year before Christmas that every little punk-ass kid has to have.
So they can show off the
So
new
that way
curse
they can
words that
say,
they
"Wait, I
learned.
can hear them
So
on
you
next."
can go online and fight these punk ass kids like the badass that you are.
Yeah. So that way, whenever I'm playing,
So
Halo, when I'm playing Halo or whatever,
Well, you're
I
going
gotta
to
hear-
Halo.
I gotta hear this fucking voice. You suck. You're no good at this.
Does it remind you of your mom
No.
and growing up?
Oh.
That was a battlefield all on its own. But,
He doesn't understand why people watch people play video games on streams, but he plays with 11-year-olds on.
no, I understand why people watch video games.
Well,
I don't agree with it. I just understand it. I understand it. I just disagree with it.
Well, he's doing something.
Yeah, he's
in
still
that
playing.
scenario.
People who are watching the stream and donating money are basically just paying to watch somebody play.
I don't want to interact with a 12-year-old, I guess is my thing.
No, I don't want to interact with 12-year-old for any reason.
Yeah.
We would play Halo, and every time we
But I
turn
mean, you
around,
don't have much choice when
Yeah.
you're online. It just
Yeah.
whoever they put you with. You can turn the damn mic off, which is what I do. I don't interact with them.
No, I will not let them take my freedom of speech from
Oh
me.
my god!
Of course you
I
will.
will curse them like there's no
Mr.
tomorrow.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mr.
Teach
First
around the
one.
world really works. So.
My whole thing with the whole streaming, the whole watching people play video games thing is, it's not designed with the intent of people sitting and just watching it. It's designed for you to interact. You're supposed to get the enjoyment from interacting with it. There's no story that unfolds in front of you quickly if you're watching somebody else do it, because that person's just doing what they want to do.
And you're just along for the ride.
And you're just along for the ride. And maybe they'll do something exciting, or maybe they'll just mine for crap to build exciting stuff for 5 hours. Like, it's not designed as an entertainment thing for you to watch it happen. It's like those Lego movies they did, where they released the cutscenes from the Lego games as movies. Like on Netflix, they had those. Like they had Lego DC, the Lego DC Batman games. They took the cutscenes from those, put them together, and made like a 60, 70-minute movie out of that. You can go on Netflix and watch that, and you'll get the whole story of the whole game.
They should have been doing that for a long time. That's a good idea.
I think on YouTube there are.
There are
There-
people
there
they cut. They cut.
If you want to watch that because you don't want to play the game, you just want to see the story, that would make sense to me. but actually watching another person do, because there's a lot of meandering in video games sometimes and stuff that is only fun because you're doing it and you're trying to accomplish a goal.
I assume the streamers are trying to mitigate that as much as they can.
No, they're not.
It just
Well, they
depends.
probably don't get a lot of
It depends on.
viewers.
It just
No, they
depends
do.
on the person. Some people like actually engage with their chat, and or some people just sit there mindlessly staring at a screen.
Well, anyone can enjoy it.
No, they no. You don't just stare at it. You submit to it.
I mean, they
Submit to it.
I mean, anyone can enjoy whatever they want. I
Yeah.
just
I personally enjoy,
don't
playing,
I know.
cussing 12-year-old kids and making fun of people from Canada when I'm playing my games online.
Yep.
That's
It'd
why
be-
we all love you, Everett.
It's like watching other. I don't watch the World Series of Poker for the same reason, for the same exact reason, because I don't give a shit about poker. Is not any fun to watch. You got to
At
play.
all.
Yeah.
It's
Just making decisions is part of it.
it's part of it. Yeah, if you're watching other people it's not. There's no action going on. It's them making decisions and deciding what to do and when to do it.
Yeah.
I see.
I guess it's just you just don't like watching stuff that's more participatory because you'd rather do it yourself.
I don't.
Like, you
Yeah,
don't
I don't
watch
like
a
watching
baseball game.
things that are designed to be participatory because I think that defeats the whole.
And on top of that, you're one person in like a whole chat room full of anywhere from 10 to 100 different people, and you all have to vie for the streamer's attention.
Well,
So-
there has to be something to it if there's that many people that are interested.
I agree. No, that's true.
People are
There's
just
got to
that
be.
sheepish.
I mean that. Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's people that. I mean, people obviously like it. I don't.
Some people
Understand it.
Some people go to watch the streamers because they're stuck on a part. They see the streamers at the part. They want to see what the streamer does to solve it.
Well, walkthrough videos are a faster way to do that.
Sure, but yeah.
They're-
You can
they're
go on YouTube
walkthroughs.
and get those
Yeah.
videos, and it's easier to do it that way. So. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's just the experience of being. It's like hanging out with a person without actually having to arrange a day to hang out with a person or to have a person available. You just tune in and
It's social interaction without the social
Sure.
interaction part.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Without having to set it up, without having to have a friend and then you invite them over on a day you both have free. No, you just tune into the stream.
Sure.
What is this world coming to? I mean, we've got Call of Duty in space, which I'm pretty sure they just ripped off Halo.
It's like Friends on Demand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I would just rather like to have friends.
Yeah, that's usually a better way to go.
I'm saying.
Because a streamer's not going to pick you up when your car breaks down or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
So
there probably is somebody out there streaming how to fix a carburetor. So
It wouldn't
So-
surprise me.
it just doesn't it just doesn't entertain me, I guess. Does it, do you like it? Do you like watching?
I haven't seen a whole lot of it. I've seen enough to have an idea of how it goes, but I haven't taken time to
I
really.
mean, I can't say a whole lot against it because I've been in streams. I've been involved in streams before,
Mhm.
and I mean, I'll be playing a game, my buddy, whoever I'm playing with, like, hey, I'm streaming. Well, okay, that's fine. Do whatever.
You should be getting some of his money though.
What
Yeah,
money? He
I
ain't
mean,
getting no
that he's
damn money. He
using-
ain't getting no damn money. Not
Oh.
the person I talk to plays.
Oh, it's not doing it.
It's
right.
somebody else.
They have
out there,
Everett on.
'cause-
That's because they probably have you on mute.
I mean, and
Well-
I was on Infestation, and
Oh God.
yeah, and we killed a couple kids that day. It was pretty great. But, and by killed, I mean I stole the kills after my guy shot him up a bunch of times, and I just stole the kills. But,
Yeah, it's classic Everett.
well, I was shooting him in the back the whole time. I was taking those
Kicking
kills,
people
too.
while
It was
he's
very
down.
fun.
Yeah, your friend takes someone out, and then you come up after a day, and you're like, yeah,
Kicking
you like
people while
that?
they're down.
Yeah.
Seems
And the
like
whole time he's fighting,
two
the whole time he's fighting the zombies to keep them away.
Ah,
I'm in there just
Everett, help me.
I'm just in there with my.
For those of you who can't see, Josh just mimed.
I'm in there just taking my pick of the loot. Like
Yes.
anything that's good, I'm just putting in my backpack, and he just comes around and gets the crap.
Well, because I was fighting twins one time, and they were both bigger than me. I threw one of them down a hill, and the other one was mad and coming at me. And I said, Everett. And then Everett ran to the one that was already down.
ran
and
right
started
past you.
kicking the other guy.
I'm helping. Look at me. I'm helping.
Luckily, the other twin backed down.
Because he saw how
Everett-
bad the other one
Everett-
was getting.
Everett
You
was
saw
a
Everett
ton of
spear
help.
his feet.
Well, he got rolled down the hill and kicked. So what's about to happen to that guy? I mean, they kick him while they're down, obviously.
But Everett can't be in two different places to kick two separate people while they're down.
You should have rolled them both out again. I kicked both of them.
Why you chose the one that was down already?
It's just Everett Brewer kicking people while they're down since
It was the same
The
thing I did
early-
when we were playing video
since
games.
the
Like,
early
I'll
80s.
tell, we were playing a couple buddies playing Halo 2. I was sniping. I said, Josh, all I want you to do is just grab the flag. Don't
That
score.
worked. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a good plan.
Grab the flag. Don't score it. Score what I tell you to. Okay. So he grabs the flag, runs back to me, and I'm just sitting there just shooting them both in the head.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
You hear
But you know what?
Got the flag
Between
that day.
two of those stories, one of them happened in real life and one
Yeah,
of
it
them
happened
was
on a video
virtual.
game. That we should have been streaming because that would have brought in a bunch of money.
Sure. From
Well,
inexplicably.
Well, Everett, if you want to start streaming, we'll make you a Twitch channel because you don't know how to operate anything.
You can make him a Twitch channel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah, you the final deletion here.
delete. God damn you! It's already stuck in my head.
Such an extraordinary xylophone. Okay. So we pretty much covered everything, right?
Yeah,
All right.
the new video games come out next year.
Look
Are
like
sucking.
suck.
They're terrible.
The
That's going to
companies
do a
are
lot
terrible.
of good for our video game section of the show.
But I mean,
Well, there's still a lot of time to announce. them up
yeah, and this is just preliminary.
Preliminary Christmas crap.
Palamin.
Yeah,
This is
Pilates.
pimento cheese.
And so things may change, and none of this stuff is final. They probably won't, because just knowing how.
They won't.
Oh no,
these
the new
Japanese-
Ace Combat is coming soon.
Holy
For
shit.
the love of God.
Yeah,
I'll get that. I'll get that, unless it's a rehash of one of the old ones.
it's not. It's
Right.
something on the same.
All right, and with that, we'll kick it over to Deidra with music and animation.
Music and animation.
Hi, this is Deidra with music and animation news. Not much in animation, but I do have a few music things to go over. First category is quick mentions, just things to come. Red Hot Chili Peppers announced a 2017 tour. Right now they're touring in Europe, but they have a string of North American tour dates. If you'd like to look that up and see if they're coming anywhere near you, that information's available online. It looks like mostly they're going to be in the western U.S., so if you live in California, you're pretty lucky, because I saw like 5 or 6 different times they're going to be in California. So check that out if you want to try and see them in 2017. Green Day had to postpone some shows on their tour because they all got sick. I guess they all came down with the same thing. They said they were going to try and do their shows anyway, but they ended up having to postpone about 3 of those, the 20th, the 21st, and the 23rd, I think. They said that they will honor existing tickets whenever they're able to reschedule those, so if you did buy a ticket to one of those, keep your eye out for that kind of news. Hopefully they'll be able to do that again soon and they all get better. Last thing for coming things is Lady Gaga, who will be singing in the next Super Bowl. She'll be doing the halftime show, so if you're a fan of her, try and tune in with that. Okay. Now, these are other quick mentions, but they're things that are available now. JoJo, she's a singer I knew from Too Little Too Late. She did that in 2006. She hasn't released an album since then until, this year, I guess? Yeah, it looks like this year. She's releasing an album called Mad Love. She has a lot more expletives this time around. She's grown up a lot. She's only a year younger than I am. She came out with her first hit when she was 13, 14 years old, was the youngest singer to have a hit single in America. She's coming out with Mad Love now and has a single called Fuck Apologies with Wiz Khalifa that's going to be on that album, so that's going to be cool. Hearing from her for the first time in forever. This week, T.I. released a video for Warzone on YouTube. It shows recent news stories of police brutality. Those stories about Eric Garner and, I can't place his name right now. There are so many names, it's hard to keep up with them all. Those news stories came out within the past couple of years, all sorts of police brutality cases against black people. He's released a video showing reenactments of those things with the races reversed. So it's black cops and white people getting, choked to death or shot. Tamir Rice was the other one. It shows a kid playing in the park with a fake gun. He gets shot. So that's an interesting perspective. I mean, art helps you see things from a new angle, so that'll be cool. You can tune in and see that on YouTube. Last thing for things available now, also something you can go see on YouTube, was released 5 days ago. Pentatonix and Dolly Parton got together and sang Jolene, which is really cool. She's lost none of her charm. I watched that video earlier today, and she's cute and happy and sings just as well as she ever has. So tune into that if you like either one of them, because I thought that was really cool. On to the music service industry. The music industry is on track to grow for the second straight year, which is the first time that they've been able to do that since 1999. 1999 was when digital music piracy kind of got out of control and gutted the album-based market that they were working on, which is why streaming is helping them come back now. They've kind of reanalyzed how they're doing their marketing. Instead of focusing on albums, which people are obviously not interested in, they focus on streaming, which accounts for almost half of all their sales in the financial report that came out. Subscriptions make $1.01 billion, and ad-based on-demand streaming made $195 million. So obviously that's where the money is now in music, which is why Pandora just revamped its $5 subscription service. They're also looking to work on a $10 service as well. That one's not out yet. But in their revamp of the $5 service, they've been pursuing the on-demand market with more like Spotify. They started doing direct deals with Sony Music, Universal Music, Merlin, and other indie labels. And now the last one, Warner Music, they finally got them. So they're signed up with all the major players. The thing I'm most excited about is the offline functionality. Pandora's chief product officer, Chris Phillips, said that our new predictive offline mode automatically detects when you lose signal and switches to one of your top stations that Pandora knows you love. No effort required, it just keeps playing. Which I think is going to be way cool because I live in an area that has patchy service, so I'd love for Pandora to keep going even when I don't have service on my phone. Last thing for streaming, Tinder and Spotify have teamed up. Now you can see the music preferences of people you're looking at on Tinder, see if you match up with that. And if you'd like to, you can listen to their anthem. It's a song you pick from Spotify that you think kind of embodies your personality, says the kind of thing you want to say to the world. You can pick your own anthem and compare it with people you're looking at on Tinder, so that's pretty cool. Alright, last category is animation. Like I said, I don't have much. Moana did come out with a new trailer. The movie comes out November 23rd. I just got to watch the trailer earlier, and it looks pretty great. I mean, they've gotten so much better with animation these days. Any new animated movie is worth seeing, even if the plot doesn't seem that interesting, just because watching them animate water, fire, anything is way cool. And it looks like this is set in Hawaii or some sort of island, so lots of water, lots of lava, all that cool animation stuff, and the story looks really cool too. A couple things I covered last week in the show we didn't get to release. Finding Dory is coming out November 15th on DVD, Blu-ray 3D, and on demand, so if you like that, you can try and get that November 15th. And last thing, Funimation and Crunchyroll teamed up together. Crunchyroll focuses more on subs and streaming, and Funimation focuses more on dubs, home video, and download to own releases, but they're combining their animation libraries, so now you can view anime. You don't have to look at Funimation or Crunchyroll, try to figure out who's got what. You can find it all in one place now, so that's pretty cool. And that's it for music and animation. We can open it up to discussion.
If if you were gonna think of like your anthem, what would it be?
Oh my god.
Keep in mind, these are people looking to date you in theory, so.
Tinder is not. Let's just get one thing straight. Tinder is not a dating.
Tinder is not a dating service.
No,
Tinder
that
is
is
a
not.
fucking service.
Yeah,
My anthem would be Katy Perry's "Roar."
Ooh,
that's the first thing that popped into my head.
You know,
Bitches love Roar.
Bitches love Roar.
Oh, what's that other Katy Perry song? The Fireworks.
I kissed a girl and I liked it. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, that's a good.
Well, I was gonna go with Fireworks, but
Fireworks. Yeah, that's a good one. Everett, what would your anthem be?
Oh, probably some old ass George Jones songs.
So not Roar.
No, definitely not.
All right.
Probably These Old Eyes have seen it all. So.
Sure.
I can imagine the Tinder profile set up for him. Oh, that'd be so
please, someone set up a Tinder profile. Oh man.
With a picture of him in the Mr. Slice costume.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
I'm excited about Red Hot Chili Peppers going on tour. They're probably going to California a bunch because California is like their thing.
Their biggest.
Sure.
California is their thing.
I mean, they only sing about
California
all the
in every song they have. So, yeah, they're probably going to do quite a few California shows. I hope they do some shows near here. That'd be...
I didn't see any near here.
I'd say probably Nashville or St. Louis.
Oh, man.
Maybe.
Dude, I would love to go to Red Hot Chili Peppers concert.
Cincinnati.
Love Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Well, maybe Yum Center. I doubt it, but maybe.
Probably Yum Center. They get a lot of acts. Or, Selena Gomez. That'd be a good... Any of her songs would be good as an anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't keep my hands to
Can't
myself.
keep my hands to myself.
Oh.
That's what you want on
Yeah.
Tinder. You want people to get that from you. The idea that you can't keep your hands to yourself.
And that's a swipe left.
That's a swipe left. I'm going to start saying that whenever
Whenever you're done with the topic,
yeah, that's a swipe left.
wrap that up nice.
Wrap that up.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Right there,
For
Bruce,
sure.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
What would your album or your
He said it.
your anthem?
Roar.
Roar.
Oh, okay. You're sticking with that. All
I'm
right.
sticking with Roar, yeah.
I thought
It's
that was the joke
inspirational.
answer.
It is, but it's also something that touches me deep in my heart.
It's also your final answer.
It's also my final answer.
Dun,
I don't know, probably Epiphany by Stained. Yeah.
Stained. Wow.
Throwback. They're not that old.
Yeah, their state ain't that
Come
old.
on.
They
man.
seem old.
They seem old.
They seem.
Have they
seem
done
old.
anything lately?
No, but
They don't.
Aaron Lewis complains about the government a lot. That's pretty hip and cool.
I think it's because they try to arrest him every time he goes.
Well, I mean, I am the baby of the podcast, so if you say it happened, I'll believe you that it happened.
It did happen. What I want to talk about, we haven't even talked about it yet, is that I just saw an ad for The Voice, and besides being perplexed as to why Alicia Keys isn't wearing makeup anymore, Miley grew her hair back out, and nobody told me, and it's awesome. I've been waiting forever for Miley to grow her hair back out and stop doing the Ellen DeGeneres cut, and now she's back to having long hair, and it's
Is there a
fantastic.
picture? Did
Of
you-
her with long hair, I don't have I etched it in memory in my mind.
Because that last picture that she showed me was scary.
I don't know, if you look up an ad for something to do
Voice.
with The Voice, you can see her current
Watch a
look.
bunch of YouTube videos. You'll get one eventually.
So she's got...
Is she gonna
What
be
is it with the women on The Voice? Like fucking Blake Shelton and Adam Levine don't go anywhere. They never go anywhere. They're always on there. But the women are always getting switched out. It's Christina Aguilera, and then it's Gwen Stefani, and now it's Alicia Keys and Miley, who Miley I just thought would have better things to
She's
do.
going to be like an actual judge?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, she's auditioning for The Voice.
I believe
She's hoping she can get a career out of it.
Well, that twerking thing failed, so,
It did. But her hair's back. It's fine.
I don't know. I
I'll
mean, she
forgive
got a
all
lot
that.
of attention for twerking. Isn't that a success for a celebrity?
She had her rebellion.
Mhm.
She was young, Disney kid. She had a rebellion.
And
Now
Billy-
she's trying to settle in.
Billy Ray Cyrus's daughter. I mean,
Yeah, now she's trying to settle, into sort of a middle ground because she grew the hair back out. That's what I'm assuming.
that's a fair assessment.
She just looks so much better with long hair.
Some of the Pentatonics people have changed a lot from when I last saw them because I watched videos when I first discovered them of them on that. I don't remember what the name of the show was. They got famous off of the Sing Off or something, maybe.
Yeah, it's one
was.
of those.
It's one of those.
The sing off.
But I saw a lot of them from that, and then I saw them again in this Dolly Parton Jolene video, and some of them have really changed their look. One of them shaved their head. The other one grew a big old beard.
The Pentatonics?
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, that dude looks.
Yeah,
very
okay,
cool.
Joe, come here. Here's a picture of Miley now with her hair long. Look at the difference.
She does look way better.
Wow.
Look at that. Compare that to how silly she looked with that short hair with her tongue sticking out
Yeah.
like an idiot. And now look how she's America's sweetheart again. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's so pretty, especially next to Alicia Keys, who just decided fuck makeup for some reason.
It's a statement.
It's a statement,
Oh,
but
yeah.
she's still on a national television show with a bunch of people who
Alicia,
all have. Adam Levine has more makeup on than Miley does.
Yeah.
Alicia, you can't look any better than Miley. So don't wear
No,
makeup.
Alicia's doing this on her own accord.
Oh.
She has her own thing that she's doing.
Yeah, it's a protest or it's a statement of something.
Well, we do not yet know what it is.
I'm sure I know what it is. I just it's
Brangelina?
no.
She's in mourning.
That's it. She's dealing with it in her own way. Miley grew her hair back out. Alicia Keys gave up makeup.
Blake Shelton decided to bang Gwen Stefani.
It's just a strange thing to me that Alicia Keys is doing this thing, I guess, to oppose superficiality while she's on a show that is all
nothing.
about superficiality.
Well, I was thinking about that after we talked about it the other night, because you made that comment then. And it makes me wonder if you don't think that she's the appropriate person at the appropriate time protesting the necessity of women to wear makeup in Hollywood, then who would be the right person at the right time to protest it?
I don't care for her doing it. I'm
No.
saying I think it's contradictory to do it and be on The Voice.
Yeah.
Well, anything she does right now is going to be in the public eye, no matter what.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, she could release an album without makeup or music videos without makeup or whatever. I mean,
I think she did.
has she? Okay, well
I keep
that's
seeing an album cover with her with the turban.
okay, sure. I mean, but it's just odd to me that she's in the middle of this super superficial show where, like I said, even Blake Shelton and Adam Levine have makeup
Yes.
on. It's they've yet to hire an ugly judge on that show. I
can't imagine why they wouldn't want someone ugly on TV.
Why wouldn't they? But it's not. But hey, it's not about looks, right? It's not about makeup and superficial
It's
things.
called The Voice.
It's called The
It'll
Voice,
be all about The Voice.
right? So yeah,
That's fair.
I think so. I mean, good. I mean, she can do whatever the hell she wants. It's an odd thing to do. It's kind of like she's saying, "I'm really important." and
So get
deep-
LeBron to come
I'm
in.
a really important, deep person. These other three jackasses are just posers. Now I'm going to act like we're best friends and hang out with these guys, even though
Yeah, that, I
clearly they
understand
don't have the same values that I have.
I can see how that makes it weird.
It is weird, especially now that Miley's gone super girly again. I
For
mean,
now.
Again for the first time.
again for the first time.
For now.
Sing the song.
You knew I was going to.
Oh,
like
man.
the very first time.
Any thoughts on Spotify or
Are they hooking that up to Tinder too?
Tinder?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spotify is the one that's hooking up.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they're hooking it up.
Oh, I thought it was Pandora.
Pandora's doing the streaming service stuff. They're moving their streaming.
I've used Spotify, but it's.
Well,
I just
everyone
deleted it.
Talks about it being great, but those are the people that are paying for it, so they can pick what they listen to
Yeah,
and when.
yeah.
And I never.
That was the one thing that just annoys me about those streaming services. Is I just want to listen to this one band for that one song that I know them for,
Mhm.
and then I just get
I
bombarded.
gotta
with
listen to a bunch of other stuff they think I might like because of it.
Well, the reason the news with Pandora teaming up with specific, teaming up directly with the companies, the reason that's in the news because the way they did it before, the licensing didn't allow them to give you whatever you wanted to listen to, whenever you want to listen to it. They can't make it on demand unless they do direct deals with these people, which is what they're trying to change now. So maybe it'll become something that you like better,
Possible.
but
Possible.
you have to pay for it to get the good stuff.
Yeah, or I
For
can
a
just
low price.
Or I can just-
$9.99.
go to YouTube and get Real
Yeah,
Player and just
yeah.
rip the song off and put it on my phone.
I think what bugs me the most about Pandora is just the knowledge that they put the ads in there to try and make me pay for it. And then every time I hear 2 ads in a row, or I hear an ad, so I switch to another station and immediately hear another ad, it just annoys me because I know they're doing it to me on purpose to try and bully me into paying the money.
And you
I
won't
wanna
and
do
you
it.
won't stand
It's
for
like,
that.
you will
I
pay
haven't.
me money.
I've had it for about 7 or 8 years and I haven't done it yet.
And you just burn through all those skips that they give you.
A lot of the time, instead of skipping, I'll switch stations and then switch back because it reloads every time you switch a station.
Yeah,
Oh,
I figured out that trick too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
It wasn't so bad when it was like one ad every 4 songs, but now it's like 3
It's
ads
pretty bad.
every like
How long are the
song.
ads? How long are the ads?
Not they're
They're
like 30
usually
seconds a
short.
piece, but I mean it might as well be. I didn't mind it when people would complain about, oh, there's ads. Well, there's one ad every 4 songs.
Yeah,
That's not
That's
bad.
not that hard. That's not
But
that bad.
now it's like 3 ads. If you skip twice, you have to listen to like 3 ads.
Oh, jeez.
You know what else I've noticed that they do? Like, you know how they cover up the album art with an ad, with
Yeah.
a visual ad, and you can click X? Well, I've noticed that when I click, if I ever do click X to actually look at the album art, it pops up with something over my whole screen that's like, hey, pay for Pandora 1 and you won't have to deal with that. Because I clicked X on an ad, they tell me, hey, don't pay for, or don't listen to ads anymore, just pay us money. It comes up when you X out of the ad. Like
Well,
every time
hey,
now.
they gotta get their money somehow or another, and they get it by annoying the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, what really bugs me is about 2 weeks ago, I finally decided to listen to the Thumbprint station because they keep telling me on Pandora, hey, your Thumbprint radio has all your favorites, all the stuff you thumbed up. It's great. Listen to it. It's personalized for you. So finally I was like, you know what? I got some work to do. I got to get through the last cleaning stuff on my shift, and I want to just listen to my favorites and not have to skip things. So I go to Thumbprint and immediately plays something I've never thumbed up before. So I go to Google, hey, how come Thumbprint Radio is playing something I've never heard before? And they tell me, oh, it's just based off of your thumbprints that gives you, it plays some of your thumbprints, but also plays stuff based on what you've thumbprinted. How is that different from the rest of Pandora?
Can I give it another
in
fingerprint?
general? I thought that's what they do. I thought that was the whole point of it. And now they're telling me that there's a special station that does this thing. Like, I thought that's what they all did.
False advertising.
Yeah, that's why I practically don't use any of those streaming services. That and it eats through my data like crazy.
Sure, yeah.
I only have 5 gigs, and I'll go. You'd be surprised how quick I go through that.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
No, not really at all.
Nope. Because I pay the internet bill every
No,
month.
I'm talking about on my phone.
I know.
Your internet usage in general.
I'm doing a 1-and-1.
Well, everything is the internet now. How can you... It's ridiculous having to pay so much for it.
Right.
Anyway, I think that's all for that section, right? Unless anyone had anything to add.
No,
I wanted to do a rendition of It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. So,
no,
let's get a
no,
Let's get some harmony
G-
going.
no,
G flat,
no,
G sharp,
no.
None of the G's come
No,
on.
no.
none of the G's. You gonna give me a B
I'm
sharp.
about to give you an F. Here in a second.
Protect your butthole.
Protect my butthole. I always protect my butthole. It's protected at all times. There's a steel plate back there with a lock on it. And only Angelina Jolie knows the password.
That's why she divorced him. So she can finally make a move on you in your butt cake.
My plan is almost complete.
By the way, here's Josh with TV and movie news.
Movies and television.
Hello! I want to start strong. This is Josh for movies and TV, news, and assorted things to do with television and movies and things of that nature. Words and other words. I'm going to start with what I feel is the most redundant movie news I've seen of the week. And the only reason I'm reporting on it is because I want Todd McFarlane to potentially hear me in this podcast so that he will shut the fuck up until he actually has the damn thing started. Todd McFarlane, for the last... when did Spawn come out? 97?
Yeah.
Okay, Spawn came out in 97. Here we are 19 years later. For 19 years, Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, has been talking about this figmental fucking Spawn movie that he wants to make with the 2 stupid cops from the comic. And the movie's just about the cops investigating supernatural crap. And Spawn is in the background, in the shadows, doing Spawn shit. He's not the focus at all. He's barely in it. He's going to be like the Joker in The Dark Knight or Jaws in
Jaws
or Terms of Endearment, whichever movie you prefer Jaws in. But he's been talking about, Todd McFarlane's been talking about this pretty much ever since Spawn fell off and people stopped giving a shit about Spawn. Now, Deadpool came out, R-rated superhero movie, made a bunch of money. It's possible that as a result of that, we may get another Spawn movie. But this idea he's had for this movie, people keep interviewing him about it. He keeps saying the same damn thing for 20 years. And at no point has he ever told us exactly which movie studio is making it, who's giving him money to do it, why they would give him money to make a Spawn movie without Spawn in it. It's ludicrous. Here's the quote, but it's the same quote he said for 20 years. The world's going to be real except for one thing that's going to move. You're never going to see a dude in a rubber suit. This is going to be my Jaws shark. In the background, there's this thing moving around, this boogeyman. This boogeyman just happens to be something that you and I intellectually know is Spawn. Will he look like he did in the first movie? No. Will he have a supervillain he fights? No. He's going to be the Spectra, the ghost. So if for some reason you're excited about another Spawn movie, don't be, because it's going to be Spawn in the background jerking off while these two stupid cops investigates his jizz, I guess. I have no idea why anybody would want to see that. But if you're excited about it, it should be out in the next 10 years, maybe. Moving on to things that are getting delayed but are actually happening. Star Trek Discovery, the new Star Trek series that's going to be on the CBS All Access digital platform. It was supposed to premiere in January. It's moved back to May because they are apparently spending a metric fuck ton of money on it. And they want to make sure it's as good as it can possibly be. So if you're excited about Star Trek Discovery, you've still got to wait 5 more months to discover it. Ha ha! We need drums just for stuff like that. I'm going to get some drums.
Or a sound effect.
Or a sound effect. Well, we have Everett, so Everett, do it again. That's not good enough. Anyway, circling back to TV news, we've been talking about The Get Down for a few weeks, and The Get Down is a quality show. You need to watch it. You really need to watch it because whatever measurements they use to figure out Netflix's ratings, I don't exactly know how they do it. The Symphony Advanced Media Group usually can figure it out somehow. They figured out that Fuller House is one of the most highest rated shows of the year this year. And they've somehow figured out that The Get Down, which cost $120 million to make, got about 3 million viewers an episode, maybe. Which puts it beneath everything. So they spent $120 million on The Get Down. And nobody watched it except for me and Deidra, apparently. I appreciate them doing that. Nobody's ever got me a $120 million gift before. So that's cool. And I only had to pay $10 to watch it. So it's you can't beat value like that. I saved $119,999,990. So thank you, Netflix, for that. Maybe you shouldn't have made the first episode so fucking confusing, is all I'm saying. The 2016 Emmys were Sunday night. There were a lot of surprises. What's her face from Seinfeld? What's her name, Deidra? You don't know. All right. I can't remember her damn name.
I will try and look it up while you
Why can't I remember her name?
What the?
Julia Louis-Dreyfus. There we go. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Oh.
She won her 5th Emmy for Veep, her 8th Emmy overall. She was in a category with Lily Tomlin and Amy Schumer, who I think both probably either one deserved it more. Why do they give Emmys to the same people over and over and over and over again? I guess it makes sense. If you're playing the same character year after year and they like you the first time, they're going to like you the second time and the third time. But it's not fair to all the other. There's a million TV shows with a million awesome performances on it. Can they not? Really, after Bryan Cranston got 3, he didn't need any more. He didn't need a fourth one. He didn't need a fifth. He didn't need all after the third one. It was fine. He really didn't need any after the first one. You don't need to keep giving people the same awards over and over and over again. It's only not bad because Lily Tomlin already won 6 Emmys in the 70s, and Amy Schumer won an Emmy last year for a totally separate thing. But for the love of God, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, yes, she's very funny. She's gorgeous for 52 or however old she is. But you don't have to keep giving... What does she give a shit about Emmys anymore? She's holding her house together right now with Emmys. She doesn't even buy drywall. She just puts Emmys wherever stuff starts falling apart. It's unnecessary. So she won, of course. A bunch of other people won that have won a million times. The People versus O.J. Simpson won pretty much everything it was up for, acting-wise, and everybody expected that because The People versus O.J. Simpson was really good TV. Game of Thrones won for Best Drama, which it actually deserved it this year because it was actually good this year. It wasn't good the year it won last year, but it was good this year, so it deserved it this year. And for me personally, Rami Malek, the lead on Mr. Robot, won for Best Actor, and he absolutely deserved it.
Yes.
So, good for him. Tatiana Maslany, I think that's how you say her name. The lead in Orphan Black, who has to play like 7 different characters. She finally got an Emmy. She absolutely deserved it because she's that whole show. They really should have given her like 6 Emmys because she's playing like 6 different characters, but whatever. Give her Julia Louis-Dreyfus's Emmy. She's got 6 of them. Give her 1 for each clone. I don't know. So it was a predictable Emmys, but it was also a satisfying Emmys at the same time. Usually it's just one or the other, but this year it was both, so good for them. The Jurassic World budget apparently is going to be $260 freaking million.
God almighty, damn.
According to reports. Cool, because what the budget for the last one was not that, and it was like $150 million, and the CGI was terrible. So if it cost them $260 million to make the CGI worth a damn this time, that's fine. And they could save money just by not putting Bryce Howard in fucking heels again the entire movie. And with that, we'll open it up for discussion. Discuss.
Okay, so let me get this straight. They're gonna make a Spawn movie without Spawn.
He's been saying this shit for 20 years. Yeah. He has this idea in his head. Do you remember the Mask comics?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you ever read any of those?
No.
Good. Okay, the Mask. They took the Mask was already a comic thing anyway.
Right.
When Jim Carrey made the movie.
Mm-hmm.
After that, they released the comic. Comic was really dark.
Yeah.
And really fucking crazy, and had almost nothing tonally to do with the movie at all. It started off with Stan Lee as the Mask,
mm-hmm.
and then it moved on to different people getting the Mask, and then eventually it just became stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with the movie at all.
Right.
It was just the Mask going from person to person. Sometimes it wasn't even about the Mask. It was about somebody in the Mask over here doing something else while other characters did things. It was completely unsatisfying for anybody who liked the movie. Okay, so that's basically what this is. It's his version of that, where it's going to be the cops characters whose name I can't remember.
Yeah, I know.
Probably the main characters from Supernatural. They probably just took the
Scratch or something. No, it's like a fat guy.
Yeah, it's a fat guy and a nerdy guy.
Skinny, nerdy guy.
Yeah.
The fat guy, I think, kind of looked like the Bonkers partner on Bonkers. If they want to put Bonkers versus Spawn, I'm into that.
Yeah.
If they can work out a deal with Disney. Bonkers, yeah, totally nuts. Anyway, so I'm going to have that in my head for like 3 days now. But again, it's basically just, he's trying to make a horror movie. He wants to direct it, and he knows the only way they'll have the budget to get a studio to let him direct it is if Spawn's in it a very tiny amount.
Yeah.
His problem, and what I don't think he understands, is that Spawn's look is like 90% of why people like Spawn,
mm-hmm.
and not being able to see Spawn kind of defeats the whole fucking purpose of Spawn.
Right.
I don't know, the Spawn movie, John Leguizamo as the clown was pretty good, but
Well,
Yeah,
Did you watch the HBO animated Spawn?
that was
I
better.
got to watch a couple episodes of it.
If you watch that, you wouldn't think the movie was good at all. Remember, the movie originally was PG-13.
Yeah.
Wasn't there? Yeah, there was a rated
There was
R.
an R-rated cut that came
Yeah.
out after that, but I mean, a
Yeah.
PG-13 Spawn with John Leguizamo goofing it up. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, there was the show was a lot.
Yeah, the show was closer to the comics, and it was better.
Spawn was not as heroic.
Yeah, he's not, and he's not.
He's not heroic anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I just don't understand teasing something for that many years that's not even good.
Because
Like,
he wants
the
to do
type
it so
of-
bad, it's like an obsession with him now.
But the type of movie he's talking about is like Cloverfield or Jaws, where you don't see them. It's not even something people like, and he's been teasing it for 20-some years.
because man, he created this thing, and it was a phenomenon, and then it just wasn't, and then it just went away, and
he
you
couldn't
know,
let go.
and he can't let go of it because it's his meal ticket. But like,
It's his baby.
Does
and,
he?
and again with Deadpool's success, we'll probably see a Spawn movie pretty soon.
We'll see a
But
whole
like,
bunch of rated R movies.
I mean, but like his idea, this idea he's always had about him thinking that for some reason people want to see these two cops. I only know about the two cops because the animated series on
Yeah.
HBO, which I think is on HBO Go. I think I might actually watch it soon just because I'm in the hankering for it. The show was awesome. It was dark and colorful and like the show was
Gory.
amazing. And you could do that on the show for an episode, have them investigate stuff and stuff going on in the background. But who wants to watch 2 hours of that? Hey, is that Spawn? Oh, all right, no, it's a cat.
Be like,
Is that Spawn? Oh, it's
Nope.
headlights.
be like watching the Netflix Daredevil, and all you're seeing is like Matt Murdock stuff. You're not seeing him dress up as Daredevil or doing anything.
Right. Matt Murdock goes to the grocery store. Boy, that Daredevil sure is something, isn't he?
Yeah.
See guys flying overhead. Wow,
Yeah.
that looks exciting. Well, time to go buy apples. Is that Spawn? No, it's a flashlight.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think these award shows are kind of sad. I mean, as
It
they
was the same thing as the Oscars. People who deserve them don't get them, and a bunch of other schmucks get them.
Yelling about that girl in Orphan Black for a long time now because she deserved that like way earlier than she
What
should.
is
Sure.
what is Orphan Black? I don't think I've heard.
It's about this black girl who's an orphan.
Oh, nice.
That's so
Well,
I've
Pick
been
it up.
wanting to tell somebody that for
Yeah.
so long. I've been
You're
wanting an
welcome.
excuse to tell somebody that for so long.
You're welcome.
Orphan Black, this girl finds out she's one of many clones. So the whole mythology of the show is figuring out why they did that and getting into all that, and they made all these clones. On the show, she plays like 6 different characters.
Wow.
And all those characters have different personalities and different stories.
They look totally different.
They look totally different. She has to do all kinds of different makeup for each one. And it must be good because it's been on for like 5 years. So,
What's
and
it-
I haven't watched it really at all, but I mean, I've heard so much about it because everyone talks about how good she is on it. So, and she kept getting nominated and kept not winning because somebody else cried in a
Yeah.
show or something.
Yeah.
You know, so good. I mean, it's
But
good that
this year
she
she
won.
made it. So
And Rami Malek definitely deserved to win for Mr. Robot because Mr. Robot is the tits. That's a good show. And he is the show. So, and he's not like any actor I've ever, he's just wide-eyed and just kind of like, nobody else could play that character because I don't know how he plays that character.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Give
Oh,
a one
dude.
sentence blurb of that show now. Go. Because I'm sure it's easy.
Mr. Robot?
Yeah, that's sarcasm.
Oh. mm.
He actually looked like it was actually a challenge.
I think he was scared. Well, from the clips I've seen of it, it looks completely undescribable, so.
Mr. Robot.
Yes.
A mentally troubled hacker
Mhm.
plans to take down the corporation that killed his father.
Alright, sounds
There you
good.
Yeah.
Tune in.
That scratches the surface a little bit, but it gets a little bit deeper than that.
Oh,
And a little bit more confusing. There's gay sex and hacking and hot chicks galore. That's a good part of it, and a transsexual villain hero. We don't really know what she's up to, but B.D. Wong plays her, and she's a great character too. It's just a great show. The season finale is as we are recording this. So maybe next week I'll talk about the season finale. I probably won't, though, because it's too confusing if you haven't seen the rest of it. It's a good show. Watch it. It's on Amazon and other places, I assume.
And USA Network.
Yeah. But if you want to get caught up, you need to go on Amazon.
I like that you thought that Dreyfus's house is falling apart, therefore she has to prop it up with
Emmys. She's got 400 Emmys.
I don't think she has a house that's falling apart.
She might. She's so busy
the
working.
Emmys are propping open doors. There's no door stops. It's
just Emmys.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was so relevant at all. I didn't know she did much of anything.
Oh, yeah. She's on Veep on HBO. She plays the ditzy vice president who then gets to be president, who then loses the election. So, next season, she's not even anything. She's not president, vice president, or anything, and they're still doing another season. She's funny, and, again, she doesn't ever seem to age at all. She won a bunch of Emmys for Seinfeld. Now she's winning a whole bunch of Emmys for this. She's talented, but again, there's other talented people. I think Lily Tomlin deserved the Emmy for Grace and Frankie, absolutely. But I think Amy Schumer deserved the Emmy. I'm glad that Kate McKinnon won an Emmy because she's awesome on SNL. She's the only reason to watch SNL. So, good for her.
She was the only reason to watch Ghostbusters, apparently.
Definitely.
Yeah, she was definitely the only...
She was the best character.
Holy crap, I didn't even see this. Outstanding animated program, Archer.
Yeah.
Archer won Outstanding Animated Program. That's fantastic.
It is outstanding. You
Because
saw the animation in the newest season?
that's fantastic, man. That's great. I
They
didn't know
get
that.
better every year.
So, yeah. Okay.
Breaking news.
Anything else?
No.
I think that's
That's it?
it.
Okay.
You talked about Jurassic Park. I don't know anything. Anybody?
No, the budget about Jurassic Park, we know it's going to be massive. Now we just got to wait and see what they do with that massive budget.
I hope they make real dinosaurs.
That would
Pay
be
Chris
awesome.
Pratt's salary.
Yeah, they got to be glad they get that. Marvel's got to be glad they got him before.
He's in 6 different franchises.
Yeah.
I don't know when he sleeps.
He's this week. Magnificent Seven.
He's in the Magnificent Seven, this week.
And then have you seen the trailer for,
The Passenger.
Yes.
Passengers with him and Jennifer Lawrence's face.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen the trailer, but
Titanic in space.
it's all, it's him, it's
Jennifer
Lawrence, it's space.
Awesome, yeah.
I'll probably be there.
Oscar baiting.
Well, we've had a lot of fun here today, but what's not fun is the tragedy of divorce and what it can do to
6 kids.
6 rich kids.
privileged children. Because now they're not going to know, whether they should drive the Porsche that mom got them or the Rolls Royce that dad got them, Do they want to spend Christmas in Amsterdam or do they want to go to Jamaica with mom? What do they do? How do you...
It's tough.
It's tough on those guys. Little Sebastian and Frank and Susan. Jonathan, Sammy, and all those
Kevin,
kids.
Larry,
Kevin and
Curly, and Mo.
and Marv and Harry and all those little kids are now from a broken home. An extremely rich, good-looking, broken home. And it's a tragedy. And if, Brad, if you're looking, man, try to work it out. Calm down a little bit. Maybe lay off the pot. Angie, if you're listening, maybe chill the fuck out. Remember who you were 10 years ago, with the tattoos and all that stuff. And maybe
Blood and,
chill out. Smoke a little pot yourself. You might
Find some common ground.
Might find some common ground with the guy. You might decide, hey, maybe these kids do deserve to get beat with a sledgehammer. Who knows? I'm not saying Brad beat the kids with a sledgehammer. I'm saying that that's possible that he did. In fact, he probably did. He might not have, but
Who knows?
who knows? We'll never know now because it's over, and I have to cope. Well, yeah. So
Anything about where to find us or anything?
Facebook.
no, we're
Or
not gonna
comments?
do any of that. We'll just turn it off. Turn it off. I'm just kidding.
He was going to get ready to
I was
turn it off.
gonna-
That's the worst part about it. Make sure you hit the save button.
Escape the Norm podcast on Facebook.
And
We're
YouTube.
at YouTube. Yep, the YouTube channel is also Escape the Norm podcast. We're not clever, so that's what we did.
Keep an eye out for Everett's future Twitch stream.
Indeed, and again, leave some comments, guys, so that you can have
I
Everett
bought a
read your
I bought a
comments.
pipe. I mean,
He bought
come
a
on.
pipe. He's going to sit in a chair next to a fake fire and smoke a pipe and read your comments. So go ahead and put those comments in there. And we will see. Are we taking a break next week?
Depends on what the news breaks out.
Whether we
If
have
we have
enough to
anything
talk
major, but
Well, we accidentally took a break last week because we didn't have episode 3.
the final deletion.
So- I guess we should maybe wait a week to take a break after this
Yeah.
week. Maybe.
Guess so. Maybe. Well, a bunch of stuff will probably be premiering this week, so or
Sure.
this coming week.
Rebels.
Rebels, sure. Okay, well, we'll table that, and I'll let you guys know whether or not we're doing one next week or not. Until then, the balcony is closed. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Stop it already.